In this crowd, he is a rock star.
Absolutely. Very nice to meet you.
I admire you a lot.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
His heart and smile embrace an audience, helping them forget disabilities they see, noticing abilities they ignore.
Volunteers, staff, people with disabilities, people of class, no class people, people of color, colorful people, people of hair, the differently coiffed.
He is enormously persuasive. And of course, it doesn't hurt that he's just darn good looking. That's true. We call him the Clark Gable of the disability community.
John Kemp never envisioned a movie career. He was busy learning to survive with 4 fewer limbs than his friends received at birth. John's father and mentor was really a disability pioneer, making sure John's challenges didn't separate him from his friends.
And my dad went to the school system in Bismarck, North Dakota and said, John has every right and every responsibility to be in this classroom from kindergarten on, period. This is 1954. 1954.
Good to see you.
How's your wife?
She's great.
John Kemp has spent his life leveling the playing field, at work, in government, even curbside. That nationwide campaign started at 10 years old as 1960's Easter Seals national poster child, here with Mamie Eisenhower, becoming one of the nation's leading disability employment law experts, with stops at Georgetown and Washburn universities, government service, as Easter Seals General Counsel, United Cerebral Palsy's CEO, and a founding member of the American Association of People with Disabilities.
It was dreamed up on napkins and spilled beer by Paul Hearn, a guy who I totally admire and love and loved. And he and I dreamed this up and said there's got to be an organization that is an individual membership organization across the disability spectrum that empowers people in the political and economic sense.
John has taken several million disabled Americans along for the ride, including 20-year-old Georgetown student Taylor Price. John became his friend and recruited Taylor to introduce a law that will put at least 1% of all disabled Americans back to work.
I want to be wanted. I want company recruiters to see me for me, a qualified individual. If people are relying on the government programs of Medicaid and Medicare, as a society, we're losing out. We're losing a lot of good people's talents.
Former Senator Bob Dole spent his life clearing congressional hurdles. He knows John Kemp is the best person to make sure Congress keeps the promise of the Americans with Disabilities Act that they created 16 years ago.
In addition to being an example, he works at it. He tries to help other people with disabilities. His law practice is dedicated to that. So I don't know anybody else like him.
John points to companies like IBM that have pioneered helping put disabled workers in every part of the company.
Whether it's getting people better wheelchairs or more ramps, or even better accessible technology. John wants to change attitudes about people with disabilities. He wants us to see people with disabilities as a whole person, as mothers and fathers, as sisters and brothers, as employees, and as executives.
When you ask Americans now, is it okay to discriminate against people with disabilities? Most Americans say no. Well, that is an incredible change. I mean, 20 years ago, if you asked that question, they wouldn't know what you meant. But people's hearts have to change first, and the behavior will change as well. And he is a great ambassador for that idea that our society can change and should change.
Who's like on one of us?
After spending a life insisting on disability rights, some people might slow down. John Kemp says he's only just begun.
There's still so much to do that it's an encouragement to keep on fighting the good fight. So I intend to do that for the rest of my life.